the 9th or 12th place match. Again, this is the 22nd USBTC presented by CSI. And the final day, we will be crowning 2 8-ball champions here today in the men's and women's division, and 2 all-around champions as well.
You got a CSI patch?
Alrighty, Justin wins the lag. Here we go. First rack, race to 5. There's 11 guys left, and the reason it's odd is one of the winner's side Final Fours was played last night, and sorry to say I didn't get a chance to look at the chart to see who that is, but there'll be one undefeated match played shortly, and there's 8 men on the loser side. Same with the women. There's 4 on the winner's side, 8 on the one-loss side. So here's how the schedule lays out, at least for what we're certainly sure of player-wise and match-wise. Men's hot seat will go at 2:30 this afternoon. Men's third place match will go at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Women's final at 5:30. Men's final at 7. Both these guys are working really hard this week. Of course, they realize the importance of getting Mosconi Cup points this week, as well as, of course, titles and prize money here at the USBTC. Justin's going to have to deal with that 10 ball one way or the other. It has no pocket. He's got to open it somehow. And he's probably going to... doesn't have enough angle, I don't think, on the 9 to do it. Excuse me, it's not the 9, it's the 15 or 14. The balls are all starting to look alike to me. But he's going to go into it right now, and he barely missed it. And now he's got even more difficulty. He's got possibility of shooting the 12 in the upper left corner, stopping, and then cutting the stripe in the side to go into the 10. It's probably what he has to do. Not sure about the angle here. Looks like he's got just a little bit of an angle. It's really all he'll need. But as you can see, he wants to come in from behind the 10. Not sure that's the best way to go, but it may be the only way you can go. I like going right into the 5 and moving the 10 just like that, but he's hooked. However, the 10 is so close to the pocket. If he kicks it in, he should have a shot at the 8 in the side. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I missed the other ball up in the kitchen. So that's sure going to make things a lot easier for him. Handled that very, very well. First rack to Justin. One more reminder, excuse me, about the great playing equipment we have here, and they're also all of our associate sponsors. Diamond Billiard Products, providing us with the 7-foot diamond table with 4.5-inch Pro Cut pockets. Simonis providing us with 860 Tour Blue cloth. We're using the Magic Ball Rack exclusively. And Cyclop pool balls. So thanks again to those companies for their ongoing support. Rack 2, Scott breaks. Made a ball. Stripes look good here. If the 15 will go, that's the ball next to the 2. He need to take a quick look at it. And he's probably kind of forced to take the stripes because I don't think he's got an opening solid to shoot. And then the 2 ball's a bit of an issue. But if the 15 goes, stripes will be the group. Just a little beyond straight in here. He wanted to be straight or even the other angle so he could then go to the 15 next. Not sure he can do that now. Okay, that's workable. Just got to be really precise here to get on the 15 ball. Kind of up the middle of the table and a little to the right as you're looking. Watch out. Oh boy, the point cost him. He was just going to get by that ball. I don't even know if that's where he was actually trying to go. I think he might have wanted to go a little short of the side, but it hit the point, and nestled behind the 5, and about 1/4 of the 5 ball has him blocked in the 15. And if he jumps it, it's going to make it a lot tougher to make clean contact here. And then he's going to have an issue with the 11 because you can see it doesn't pass the 3. So this is not a good position for Scott right now. He can't really tie anything up either. He's going to probably twist this. I think that's his best shot at it. And he fouled. Justin's got to shoot the 6 here and open the 7. I don't know that he can get the cue ball in there to pocket it. If he can, not a problem. Otherwise, it's going to be shoot the 6 and bump the 14 out of the way, or bump the 7 a little further to the pocket. That little position error that Scott made on the 12 ball where he didn't get in the proper angle to next go to the 15 wound up making him have to play the 9 and come around 3 rails. As you saw, then he hit the point, got behind the 5, had the jump, fouled, and it's going to wind up costing him the rack, and Justin breaks in the next game. So as we've seen so often this week, any type of a turnover at this level usually is going to be a 2-game penalty. So there it is, 2-0 now. Kamui is the official tip here at the U.S. Bar Table Championships, and you can also visit KamuiTips.com for a full load of information about all their wonderful products, different kinds of tips, chalk, etc. Right in the side pocket. I don't even know if Scott looked at that. He was doing something else over there. Didn't even see it. But he knows now. And this was exactly what he needed to try to get back in the match here. He's got to break and run. He's got to run and then break and run to get even. And he'll actually need a second turnover by Justin at some point, because Justin won the lag. Okay, you've got to be careful here that the 9 gets out of the way, doesn't block the pocket for the 5. Nicely done, controlled it very well. Shouldn't be much trouble from here. I wouldn't doubt that he'd just bounce off, maybe play the 7 in the lower left corner because he could then stop and shoot the 1. Yeah, just like that, because what he didn't want to do is have to shoot the 1, then shoot the 7, and risk having the wrong angle and having to run into those stripes. Now, he didn't come quite far enough, but if he's got the angle on the 1 where he's cutting it to his left, he can get the good angle on the 7. I still think he's got to shoot the 7 here, though. Yeah, that's where he wanted to be. He didn't get there. Even straight in on the 7 is okay. All right, well, now he's got the proper angle. He won't flirt with the stripes. He's just elevated just a little bit. Not too bad. He can get on any part of the cue ball he wants. Needs a friendly bump. And he completed the out on the scratch off Justin's break. Pulls it to 2-1, and he's breaking now to try to knot the matchup at 2 apiece. OB is the official cue of the U.S. Bar Table Championships, and you can look at all their terrific products at obcues.com. And once again, our gratitude and appreciation to Don and Royce and the whole team down there in Texas. Been supporting CSI events for many, many years now, and we're just happy that they have aligned with us and become an integral part of the CSI family. Really good break. Really good break. Good cue ball control. No clusters. Opening shots on either group. Even though the table's all open there and he's got shots on both groups, it's going to take just a little bit of study here to actually pick your group, just because the way the balls are laying out. You want to make sure whatever you select is going to give you good paths to connect your one ball to the next ball. I almost think solids may play just a little better here. The only issue would be you'd limit your pockets for the 8 if you took solids. take stripes, then you've got navigational difficulties maneuvering around the table. So I do think solids is the right play. And so does Scott. The 3 goes in the side where the 2 just went. I think that's the next shot, because that is a kind of a odd place for that 3, having only the 1 pocket. And again, keep in mind that there's only a couple of pockets for the 8 ball. And the 12 is taking up a lot of space. I don't know, I kind of like the 6 stop, 4 in the corner, bounce out, 5 in the side, stop, and then shoot the 8 here in the lower left. Didn't get enough angle on the 4 to bounce out for the 5 in the side. Pounded it to get that angle. Just got to pinch it right there. 2 inches to the left. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You just can't do stuff like that and expect to win tournaments. And I'm not trying to criticize what he did. It's just a mental mistake. He's got to realize that as a possibility. And unless he was trying to draw right into the 11 flush, but that seemed to be a little risky. All of that was the result of getting 2 straight on the 4, and he had to pound it to get out for the 5. Yeah, that's pretty good shape right there. Wants to shoot the 12 next and come down for the 15. This is not a good angle on the 12. I think he's coming at the 8 ball here. He wanted the other angle. Well, that's 2 racks that Scott has hooked himself on the 8 ball. The first one, we can kind of let him slide a little bit because the cue ball caught that point and nestled behind the 5. But that one there is kind of unforgivable, what he did. Loser of this match is going to get $500 for a 9th through 12th place finish. And the winner will move up to minimum 7th, 8th, and be assured 725. And then it's really going to start to climb fast after that. 5th, 6th going to get 1150, 4th 1750, 2500 for 3rd, 3800 for 2nd, and the champion's going to get $6,500. And all of that includes the guaranteed $5 grand added by CSI in the men's division. So Justin breaking here at 3-1. Chance to get on the hill. It looks like they invited the whole family into the kitchen there for dinner. Look at all those balls down there. Wow, what a mess. He can open with the 5 here, and going to have to go into the 1 pretty firmly, because you can tell that the 2 stripes are going to head towards the 4 ball. That is where he's looking to go, into the 1. The 11 will move the 14 into the 4. May even get lucky and have the 4 go in the pocket. But he sure needs separation here after contact. Well, it worked out pretty well. He's fortunate that he's got a shot, but at least he's got the balls open now. And all the solids have pockets. This will put Justin on the hill. Grand Sierra Resort here in Reno is our official host and sponsor of the U.S. Bar Table Championships, and we're just thrilled that we've been able to have a 4-year association with them, and hopefully we'll be here for many, many more years. One of the great things about the venue they provided for us here, it's called the Silver State Pavilion. It's on the ground floor. For those of you that have been in this room, you know that we have room to probably put at least another 20 tables in here as the event continues to grow over the years. Record fields this year in both men and women. Okay, that's an illegal break. Justin's choice to break or make you break over.
I'm sure he wants to make me break over, don't you?
And Justin did accept the break and broke dry. And I'm sure Scott is absolutely ecstatic that at least he's got a chance to get back to the table here and possibly close the gap to 4-2, even though Justin will break in the next rack. That situation that just occurred does not change the breaking order of the game. It's just that particular game. And the reason for that, I want to make sure you're all clear on that. Yeah, Scott fouled on the break because he didn't hit a ball. But according to BCA Pool League rules, which we're playing, the game of 8-ball cannot begin until a legal break has been made. So if there is an illegal break, even with a foul, the illegal break takes precedent, and the incoming player then has the choice to break or make the player break over. First time we've seen that all week. What's he going to do with the orange 5-ball? That's the whole key to getting through these. It does not seem to have any pocket. I don't even think it goes up there where he's standing. So it's got to be moved, or the 9 has to be moved, one or the other. And he did that beautifully. And now he's going to have to shoot 5 because it's the only shot he has. But he has a little bit of an angle. He's cutting it to his left, which means the cue ball's going to head either at the 7 if he draws it that way, or if he wants to go into the cushion and try to get behind the 7 and the 1 to play him in the side. Oh, nice touch there, I think. Maybe the 7 does. Sure, 7 doesn't go on the side. Where I thought maybe he was short enough there to play the 1 in the corner, but you can see that's pretty steep. be surprised if he banked the one cross corner. I don't think Scott's missed the ball the whole set, but he's made 3 bad position errors, 2 on the 8, and now this one right here. And he's really got no place to hide. Can't play safe. He's got to shoot something here, and he realizes it may be the last shot he takes unless something goes in. He's going to slice the 7. I actually think for a left-handed player, cutting the 1 may be a little bit easier to sight. But he's got a better angle, of course, on the 7. He's like 90 degrees on the 1, maybe more like 80 degrees on the 7. Oh, I think he hit it sweet. Give him a shot. Well, unfortunately, once again, that one you can't fault him for where the ball's wound up. He had to make the 7 ball and just really kind of hope for a shot. And now he's got to play the 1 rail first. And if this doesn't go, it's likely going to be the end for Scott. He really doesn't want to shoot the 14 ball over in the lower left corner here because he doesn't want to run into the 13 and the 1, but he must not like the 11 in the side because he's jacked up and not like where the cue ball's going, although I think if he shoots the 11 in the side and just can get that cue ball down to the kitchen and out, he'd still have the 9. He also has a possible combination, but he has decided on the 14 in the lower left. Good shot. And now it's just the 15 will have to be played up table. And he's got several balls to get there. And the 2 stripes in the kitchen area should be able to be played, at least one of them in the upper left pocket. May even use the 15 to get down there on them. That's too far, at least as far as playing the 15 in the corner and rolling up for the 10-12. If he's straight, he will have to do something with the 9 to get behind the 10-12. If he's got a little angle, he can just follow this to the first diamond past the side pocket. That should do it. That shot right there. Got to feel a little for Scott here. I mean, he did make a couple of unforced errors on his own, and that really kind of determined his fate here. But you hate to go out playing subpar, and regrettably he did. So it's a 5-1 win for Justin Bergman. He continues on. Scott finishes 9th through 12th. Our next match is at 11:30. Players to be determined. I'll go find out what I can about that for you, and as soon as we know, we'll put the graphic up and let you know who we're going to have for you here. So stand by, please, everybody. You're watching the 22nd U.S. Bar Table Championships presented by CSI.